Don't like crowds? Couldn't get away? No worries, mate. We scour every booth to find the latest cool stuff for you. Here's what I found at the boat show. We're here at the Annapolis Boat Show with Tom Yale from Yale Cordage. He has got a phenomenal new product you've got to check out. Tom, tell me how it works.
Well, the product is Ph.D, and you can get your Ph.D. from Yale. It actually stands for Performance Handling Delivered. This is a high modulus fiber rope in that it uses a very high strength, low stretch fiber, in this case Spectra 1000, ultra high molecular weight polyethylene. There's a mouthful for you. At any rate, it's a complete departure from what we've done in the past in your typical double braid. And the reason for that is that in a double braid structure, in order for it to bend, motion has to take place between the core and the cover. And it always wants to resist that. It's not its claim to fame, really. Most single braids, or most double braids, I mean, when you peel it off a winch, it twists up like that. And indeed, you can get a hockle in it that can jam or whatever. The nice part about Ph.D., Performance Handling Delivered, there's very little resistance to the bending. So I'll do the same demonstration. We'll even give it another wrap and take it out. And I have no hockles in it. A rather dramatic example of how well that performs, and we've all been here too, the main sheet's fully sheeted in or something like that, and there's a mess of product on the floor down here like that. And you can just release it and it will run. The product has this ability to glide extremely well and not bind up and certainly not create hockles in the line. Likewise, when you want it to grip, it does grip. In this case over here on a winch drum, I've got some pretty significant tension on this line right here, and we're around a winch. And I'll take it out of the self-tailer in this case. I've got 3 wraps on this winch. I'll reef on it here. One of the nice parts about it is I'm not holding a whole lot of tension on here. When I go to ease it, however, it eases very smoothly. It doesn't jump on there. It also doesn't take much to hold. In fact, typically you can deal with one less wrap on there than you would before. Why does that matter? Well, when you finally go to ease that or you tack the boat, it doesn't jump, it doesn't stick. If I want to blow it, I can, and it'll just go. It'll run like that, particularly on something that has a self-tailing tang on that, where you can't really bring the line up over the top, or at least it gets a little more awkward. The other really nice part about this being a single braid is that it's extremely easy to splice. In this particular case, I'll just demonstrate. I taped a fid, obviously, on the end of this, and all I'm doing is just sticking it into the center like that. And I'm coming down in there a little bit more than that, the length of that fid. I'll break it out through the side, pull it down in there, and that's it. To finish that off, I just cut this off and then milk that back down over there. But there it is. That's a splice that develops the full 8,300 pounds of tensile strength in the line. I did that in less than 30 seconds, something like that. So admittedly, people are still going to knot it, but the issue there, and this is true of all high strength fibers anyway, knotting them loses about 60% of their strength. So in this particular diameter, that's 8,300 pounds of tensile strength, but a bowline in that is only 3,500 pounds of tensile strength, or likewise a hitch like that on the clew of a sail is only about 3,500. But it's so easy to splice, you just splice it on and develop the full potential of the line. It'll last longer that way. It'll have less elongation in that way, because that's a very positive thing, whereas knots tend to add elongation.
So this has got to be more expensive than regular line.
Actually, this is priced at or below a similar strength and diameter braids that utilize high-strength fibers.
How's the weight?
It's extremely light, probably about half of what a traditional line is. It's quite bulky, and that's part of the magic of it, in terms of the fibers, where it has a nice soft hand to it, but it weighs almost nothing. So Bob, that's how you get your Ph.D. from Yale.
So now you see why I said this is a revolutionary new line. If you want more information, go to yalecordage.com or go to the Seafaring Ship store at seafaring.com.